It's the first day of 2021, and I thought I'd send a little video message to all the stewardship folks far and wide. I hope you had a good Christmas. We have, with plenty of damage done. Yeah, that's the a few of the gifts. Boy, we had more than a few, given the fact we had visitations from our entire family, which has been very fun. We had all four of our sons here, one bringing a girlfriend named Suda, Kansas City, that's Andrew, and Philip's entire family with Megan, and our two granddaughters are here, Azalea and Everly. So we've had a really full household. But looking back, all of us would never have expected to go through the year we did. I'm waiting to watch the Oregon Ducks, which I'm sure every single one of you are, to play Iowa State. They've never played Iowa State in their 100-some-year-old history of playing college football. There's a lot of things that have never happened this year, wouldn't you say? Never thought we'd be wearing designer bandanas. Hey, I've got one here I haven't tried on yet, but yeah, it's gonna, no, I don't think so. Not such a good look. I hope you did, though, enjoy your Christmas season. I did want to show you something that you could get a friend or loved one of yours next Christmas. This is a toothpaste squeezer machine that our youngest son Mark gave us, and pretty much everybody in the family got one. I think we're going to be probably saving thousands of dollars squeezing our toothpaste. Here's one of mine that has, getting towards the end of its life. So just think of all the extra toothpaste. Oh, I can see it popping up now that I'm going to get. Thank you, Mark. I hope all of you would be so thoughtful next Christmas when you're looking for the perfect gift to give someone. Anyway, I did want to say, in the midst of all of this kind of chaos this last year, I just am really thankful for you guys in various roles, various ways. All of you stepped up and done a magnificent job. Stewardship really hasn't missed a beat, even though we thought we could fall off a cliff at one point, particularly with rents, and that hasn't proven to be the case. The real estate market is surprisingly strong, and so much so that we have a hard time finding places to buy and renovate and fix up and rent right now. There's lots of competition with low interest rates out there, and we're doing what we can to kind of move ahead and find really good niche markets. We've gotten ourselves into affordable housing, another surprise. Gotten ourselves into doing some group homes. We've done new construction. And Eugene, Matt Perkins has really stepped up to kind of show us the way into building custom homes. That's been a really fun thing. And various locations doing new things. And we're, I don't know if we're innovating, but it's fun to see people look for value add propositions in real estate, and we'll just keep on keeping on with that. And then the back end of the rehab, the maintenance, the turnover has been just becoming increasingly efficient. And our property management is a thing of beauty when I see it compared to other operations. You guys have just done an absolute marvelous job. So thank you very much. I've gotten into a TV series this year, and I wanted to mention it to you and also leave you a link. It's called The Chosen. It's a multi-season, as a matter of fact, 7 seasons long TV series about the life and teaching of Jesus, and particularly through the eyes of those who knew him best. So there's a lot of character development. As you can imagine, something that's so long, there's got to be a lot of backstory, a lot of speculation, a lot of things that actually probably never happened, but make sense. They're not real, but they're realistic kind of thing. Well, one of the very interesting little plot lines is that Peter and who was called Simon before he became Peter, and Andrew, who were brothers, they were fishermen. And they, like everybody in that day, owed taxes to the Roman authorities on a regular basis, and they got behind in their taxes. And they knew the tax collector, whose name was Matthew. All that's kind of true, and we're not sure, like, if they actually knew him ahead of time. But when Jesus, who had encountered Matthew a couple of times before this, but when he walked by his tax booth one day, he called Matthew to follow him. A little bit out of the blue, but not totally. Well, Peter had a real problem with that. Here is a anti-establishment person, a fisherman, hard-nosed, hardcore, anti-Roman type of person. And here's the epitome of the establishment. A guy who collects taxes, a traitor in the eyes of his Jewish brethren to the Roman government. And Jesus is calling Matthew to follow him just as he called Peter to follow him. And Peter says, whoa, 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 whoa. Do you even know who this guy is? And Jesus says, yes. And he continues and says, well, you didn't understand it when I called you to follow me either. And Peter said, well, I'm not a tax collector. That was different. And Jesus said, get used to different. I think that kind of epitomizes our last year and maybe our lives in general. But it's been kind of my theme as I've thought about it as well. Get used to different. And maybe different is not such a bad thing after all. I mean, of course, it brings chaos and anxiety and, just upsets the apple cart in so many ways. But maybe it also gives us an opportunity to look beyond ourselves, trust our friends, trust our family, trust God, and get used to different. Place our anxieties and our cares and our struggles with the future and, worries on Him. Let Him carry the load for us. So maybe that's a theme we'll go into 2021 with, is let's get used to different. And in our business, it might be different and new opportunities. I'll just leave that for us to think about at this point. But I am just, again, to say, very thankful for you and your role that you've played in helping our company to become something that I think we can all have pride in. At the end of the day, we're here to serve people in their housing needs, and also just to act with integrity and honesty and helpfulness in our dealings with everybody that we meet. So that's what we're about. If we grow during that time and we prosper, all the better. But again, thank you for being part of Stewardship. And I look forward to getting used to different with you this next year. Thanks.